Good morning and welcome to Mountain View Kennel. I'm David Frensley and this is Keta. Keta's in training to be a diabetic alert dog. And today is Thursday, May the 28th. This is our morning session. And we're still working on new placements. Couldn't hurt to look in new areas and be confident. Yesterday she got a little sticky with her placement in here. As you can see, I've changed the scent container. We try to rotate them around each day so that she doesn't look for the same one all the time. And eventually we will start putting blanks out here in the searchable area to teach her to ignore them, so she ignores the container altogether by sight and uses her nose. We've started out in the same location we ended yesterday. She got confident yesterday as she was working with that location. We want to make sure she retains it today before we move on to anywhere else. So let's see how she does. Keta, you ready? Free dog. Good check. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She went right to it and sniffed it. Not yet. You didn't paw it. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, yes, good girl. Good job. Keta found it and eventually pawed it, but she didn't paw it the very first time when she sniffed it. So we're going to leave it there and see if she will paw it the first time when she goes up to sniff it. Keta, free dog. Good girl. Yes, good girl. I couldn't see it at first, but I saw it move where she pawed it. She pawed it to the back. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Yes, yes, good job, good job. This is Keta's third round this morning. On the second round, I couldn't tell if she pawed it or nosed it and moved it to the back of the cabinet. But she eventually went all the way into the back and sniffed it and then pawed it, which is very good. As you can see, I moved it. It's no longer there. And we've placed it underneath this blanket. You can barely see it there. Well, she has found one in this location before. I'm just wanting to build her confidence up. Keta, free dog. Give her an easy one for a change. Good girl. We do not have our unit on, our air unit, so there's no intake, but it's a beautiful morning, so we have all our windows and doors open, so there is airflow through here. Anytime you're doing scent work, it's always, here she goes, she got it. She picked the scent up. She's working it. She's at it. Good, yes, good girl, good girl. All right, we gave her an easy one. Now this one is going to be a little more difficult. She has found one on the bottom shelf before, but this time we've got it right here on top. Keta, come back over here. Come here, I didn't release you. Come on, sit. Good girl. We did not release her, so I brought her back and have her sit. It's right there on top. Now the odor's going to fall, so we're going to see if she can trace it back to the top. What I'm eventually working towards is being able to put it in one of these drawers here for her to have to find. Keta, free dog. She's smart enough, she knows which way I leave to go. While she's eating, she's watching me to see where I go. Good girl. Good. Good check. Good girl. Good girl. Good check. Good check. Good girl. Good check. She picked it up. Let's see if she can follow it back. Good check. Check the blanket over there really good. Anytime you place something above the dog's head, it is more difficult. Nose level is the easiest. Then below the dog's head, above, it's kind of like us. It's the last place we look is up. Good girl, 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 good girl. Now she got to figure out how to paw it. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, paw, paw. Yes, yes, good girl. I'll take it, I'll take it. I don't remember which round this is, but she found it, but was hesitating on pawing. I had to encourage her and actually give her the cue to paw. So let's see if she can do it this time by herself without me having to cue her. Keta, Frito. Good girl, good girl. Yes, yes. All right, the last time she put her paw up, she could have been putting her paw up to raise herself up. She could have been putting her paw up to paw. But Keta, come here. Come on. Sit. She's anxious to go, which is good. But this time I wanted to reward that behavior, just lifting that paw up there that high. This time I'm going to demand a little more. I'm actually going to demand her to paw the table. Keta, Frito. Good girl, good girl, good. Yes, yes, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a step further. Great job. All right. The last time she raised both paws, she held herself up with the other one and reached for it, the top of the table with her other paw. Again, not the best pawing, but it's an improvement. You got to look for baby steps when you're training. This time we're going to ask for a little more. And the way we do that is by waiting a little more before I mark it with the word yes. Instead of using a clicker, I use a marker word, which is yes. Free dog, Keta. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. Oh, I missed that one. Good girl. Yes, good, yeah, good girl, good girl. My timing is off a little bit, but she got up there, she sniffed it, she pawed the table. It's all good. That's it for this morning. See you this afternoon. Bye-bye.